This simulation will explain the importance of using accurate Social Security numbers, SSNs, and Federal Employer Identification Numbers, or FEINs, when submitting any EDI transaction, regardless of submission method. WCAIS is the legal record for workers' compensation in Pennsylvania, and all EDI transactions in WCAIS are a key component of that record. Also, EDI containing incorrect data can result in the incorrect parties being associated to a matter in WCAIS and having access to a claim and personally identifiable information data when they shouldn't. It can also lead to correct parties not being able to access their claims. And lastly, the information you provide in your EDI transaction is populated on any form solution forms you generate via your EDI transaction, any statement of wage you generate on the Actions tab, and any suspend mod you prepare on the Actions tab. In order to show this, we'll start by demonstrating the Interested Parties tab of a FROI EDI transaction. BWC will only accept an SSN in correct format, so only numbers are allowed, and the number cannot be an ITIN. It cannot start with a 9. When picking the type of identifier, known as an Employee ID Type Qualifier Code, you may pick either S for SSN or A for Jurisdiction Assigned ID, WCID. The WCID is assigned only by BWC and is for claimants with no SSN. To obtain one, you must reach out to the Bureau. All carriers, self-insured employers, group funds, and TPAs go through a registration process, and that data is retained in WCAIS. Users may only populate valid approved insurer or TPA FEINs. When an FEIN is populated, the name and/or business unit and, if applicable, address of one of these entities will populate. Users should verify the name matches the entity for whom they're filing their EDI. Note that the Claim Admin FEIN is pre-populated based on the logged-in user's account. So, if you are an insurer or an administrator, the FEIN of your company will populate in the Claim Admin FEIN field. To simplify your filing process, you may simply copy and paste that FEIN into the Insurer FEIN field. Please don't forget to verify the Claim Administrator address for accuracy. Similarly, when an employer FEIN is entered, if it is known in WCAIS, then additional fields will be populated. However, you should still verify the address information and update it as applicable. If the name doesn't match what you think it should, reach out to the EDI section to have them verify the employer's information. Now we'll skip to the end of the EDI transaction since this was covered in a prior demo and isn't relevant to this demo. As you can see, we're on the confirmation page of the EDI transaction. You can see the link to the LIBC 90 FROI transcript here. We will click on this to navigate to the EDI transaction tab of the claim so you can see how the information you populate will be added to the document that you send to the injured worker. Here we are reviewing the FROI transaction, and we can see that we start with the claimant information. We are only able to see the last 4 digits of the SSN, but you can see the address, name, and date of birth. You are also able to see, as we scroll down, the insurer details, claim administrator information, and details about the employer. Again, we want to stress that since the form is sent by the adjuster to the injured worker, it is important information is accurate. Now, navigating to the Interested Parties tab of the claim summary, the claimant, employer, insurer, and if applicable, TPA you added in your EDI transaction will be included on the claim as interested parties, as can be seen here on the Interested Parties tab of the claim summary. Again, you can see the names and addresses that you previewed on the EDI transaction. Note that changes to addresses can be done via a FROI 02. However, FROI 02 transactions cannot update SSN, employer name, insurer name, or TPA names, so you would need to reach out to EDI staff if something needs to be changed later on. But claimant name can still be updated as long as only one match data field is changed at a time. Thank you for joining us. This demonstration is now over.